Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us!
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at Gaston's cave.
Gaston's visit.
Gaston!
Are you coming out to play?
Oh, Gaston's sneezing.
Mummy, Daddy, Gaston the ladybird's caught a cold.
I'm not surprised. His cave is leaking. Look.
There's a hole here. Maybe if we move that pebble over it.
Good day.
Good day, wise old elf.
What seems to be the problem?
Gaston's cave is leaking.
Leaks can be tricky. What you need is a proper builder to fix it.
But where can we find a builder?
I'm a builder.
Really?
Oh, yes. Elves are very good at building. And I'm an elf.
In that case, I command you to fix Gaston's cave.
Yes, Your Majesty. A wise decision. Interesting. There seems to be water dripping in.
Yes, and there's a hole up here.
Oh, that hole won't be the cause of the leak.
How do you know?
With respect, some things are best left to proper builders.
So how long will it take to fix the leak?
Oh, it will take a very, very long time. And while the building work is going on, the ladybird won't be able to live here.
But Gaston's got a cold. Where can he stay?
Well, perhaps Gaston could stay with us.
Yippee!
Are you sure you know what you're doing, darling?
Oh, of course I know what I'm doing. I'm king.
Lunchtime! Oh, I'm afraid insects are not allowed inside the castle.
It's all right, Nanny Plum. Daddy's invited Gaston to stay with us.
Oh, very well then.
Make yourself at home, Gaston.
Gaston, ladybird.
I hope he's going to learn to wipe his feet.
Gaston isn't well, Nanny. And he hasn't got anywhere to stay.
I'm still not sure it's a good idea for him to stay with us.
Don't worry, darling. Gaston will be no trouble at all.
So, where is he going to sit?
He can sit on this little chair. Nanny Plum, you can speak, Ladybird. What's he saying?
Gaston says this chair is too little. No, that's the Queen's chair.
Don't fuss, Nanny Plum. The Queen doesn't mind, do you, darling?
Gaston says this chair is too hard.
Actually, Gaston, that's my chair.
Gaston says this chair is just right.
Goodness, it's like having Goldilocks to stay.
Never mind, Daddy. You can sit on this little chair. Yummy. Thanks, Nanny.
Yes, this food is delicious.
I suppose I'd better magic up some special ladybird food. By a ladybird's growl, food smelly and foul.
Ooh, smelly welly.
Gaston loves smelly food.
Why isn't he eating it then?
Gaston says it's too cold.
Hello, Gaston.
Daddy, I think he wants to try your food.
Have a little taste if you like, Gaston.
Gaston says it's just right.
It's such fun having Gaston visit us. Can he stay with us forever and ever, Daddy?
Maybe not forever, but he can stay until his house is mended.
Oh, goody! And the weather in the little kingdom today will be bright and sunny everywhere.
Look, King Thistle, Gaston's getting better.
Splendid!
And the pixie pound has seen a drop to the $1.
Gaston says that this TV programme is a bit boring.
How about this one?
And this programme's too noisy. Aw, this programme is just right.
Look, Daddy, Gaston's not sneezing anymore.
So, now Gaston's better, maybe he can go home.
But, Daddy, Gaston can't go home until his home is mended. He might catch another cold and then he'll be sad.
Yes, we wouldn't want Gaston to be sad.
Gaston says you are the nicest king in the whole world.
Thank you, Gaston. Maybe I'll go and see how the elves are getting on at your cave. Hello, wise old elf. How much longer is this going to take?
As we builders say, there's no point in rushing things.
Well, maybe a little rushing wouldn't do any harm.
I'm afraid we have a lot of problems to deal with, Your Majesty.
It's probably a silly idea, but have you tried moving that pebble over the hole?
You're right. That is a silly idea.
Maybe it's still worth a try?
With respect, Your Majesty, we each have our jobs to do. You're the king, and I'm the builder.
Of course. It's been a long day. I think I'll go to bed early.
Your Majesty, that might be a problem.
What do you mean?
Well, it's to do with Gaston.
Yes?
Nanny magicked this basket for Gaston to sleep in.
Well done, Nanny.
But the basket was too drafty. Then he tried my bed, but that was too soft.
Oh, dear. I don't like the sound of this.
Don't worry, Daddy. Gaston's found a bed that he says is just right.
Oh, but that's my bed. What's he saying now?
Gaston says he is very tired and would like to go to sleep now.
Good night, Gaston. Sleep tight.
So, where are we going to sleep?
Oh, that was the most uncomfortable night ever.
Oh, how long is Gaston going to stay with us?
I did say he could stay here until his cave was mended.
And how long will that take?
I don't know. Let's go and see how those elves are getting on.
Hello. Have you fixed Gaston's cave yet?
Gaston really misses his home, wise old elf.
Good news. We've replaced the rotting wood, plastered the ceiling.
And fix the leak?
No, not yet. But I'm sure in time we'll sort it out.
Have you just tried moving this pebble?
Hooray! King Thistle's mended Gaston's cave.
Well done, Daddy.
Amazing work, Your Majesty. Have you ever thought of becoming a builder yourself?
Actually, no. I think I'll just stick to being king.
Look, Gaston. Your cave's ready. you can go home now.
Gaston says thank you and bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Gaston. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Gaston.
It was fun having you to stay.
We'll be so sad to see you go.
Gaston says he doesn't want you to be sad, so he'll come and stay with you for a bit longer.
It's okay. I won't be that sad.
Gaston insists, Your Majesty.
Very well. Lovely.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
King Thistle is not well.
Ooh. Daddy, you've blown our cards over.
I can't help it, Holly. I'm very ill.
You've just got a cold, that's all.
No. It's not just a cold. It feels worse than that.
Daddy's a bit grumpy.
Daddy's always grumpy when he's ill.
Then why don't you use a little fairy magic to make me better?
Darling, you know fairy magic can cure everything, except the common cold.
It's not a common cold. It's something serious and it needs sorting.
All right, I'll try a little magic. Abracadabra!
Achoo! Now I'm sneezing and I've got a stuffed up nose.
Sorry, but I told you magic wouldn't work. Perhaps you should see the elf doctor. Is that the elf doctor? Yes. The king is ill. Sneezing and a stuffed up nose. I know, but he thinks it's serious. Thank you. Goodbye. You rest in bed, darling, and wait for the doctor.
The doctor is here.
That's just the wise old elf.
I'm not just the wise old elf. I'm also a qualified doctor.
Oh, I see. Well, doctor, I am not well. I keep sneezing, my nose is blocked up and my head aches.
I see. Could you open your mouth and stick your tongue out? Now look up, look down, and wiggle your feet. Now flap your arms like a bird and whistle. Interesting.
At last, a thorough medical examination by a qualified doctor.
What you have is a case of acute viral nasopharyngitis,
Aha! You see? It is something bad.
otherwise known as the common cold.
Is that all?
No, you're grumpy as well.
Well, doctor, can you make me better?
Let me see what I've got. This should do the trick.
Does it taste bad?
Let's just say it doesn't taste good.
I'm not having it.
Daddy, we all have to have medicine when we're ill.
Oh.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Well, it does say cough mixture.
I know a recipe that can cure all kinds of colds, whether they be common or not. Expanding hands, itchy ears, hairy teeth, smelly noses, baldness. Here it is, the common cold. I just need to find the right ingredients.
Can we help you, Nanny Plum?
Of course.
Nanny Plum, what's in this medicine of yours?
Oh, just blackberry juice, lemon and sugar, and a few other things.
Nanny, what other things do we need?
Let's see. A dewdrop from a spider's web.
Ooh.
The slime from a slug.
Ooh.
And un rot de grenouille.
What's that?
Frog burp.
Ugh. You'll never get Daddy to drink that.
Oh no, it would be most unfortunate if anyone were to drink this. This is a potion for rubbing on his feet.
Ooh.
Right, first we need a dewdrop on a spider's web.
Look, a dewdrop.
Stop, Holly! It's not a good idea to fly around Madam Spider.
Why, Nanny?
The flutter of our fairy wings is like a fly, and she likes to eat flies.
Eat flies? Ugh.
Shh! Yes, that's just what spiders do. You like to eat ice cream. Spiders like to eat flies. They have very smelly breath. Excuse me, Madam Spider. Could we possibly collect a dewdrop from your lovely web here? It is to make some medicine for the king. Madam Spider says yes.
I'll get the dewdrop, Nanny. Elves are very good at climbing, and I'm an elf.
Hooray!
Very good. Now we need the slime from a slug.
Look, a slug.
Holly, perhaps you could do the asking this time. You might have to shout a little, though, because slugs cannot hear very well.
Why's that, Nanny?
Because they have no ears.
Can't we just take some slime from the ground?
You can't go around collecting someone else's slime without asking them first. It's not polite.
Hello, Mr. Slug.
Louder.
Hello! My daddy, the king, isn't well. We need some of your slime to make his medicine. Can we collect some in this jar, please?
I think that means yes. Thank you ever so much. Well done, Holly. Let's check our list. A dewdrop.
Here, Nanny Plum.
Slug slime.
Here, Nanny Plum.
Last of all, we need a frog burp. This could be tricky.
There's a frog, Nanny.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Frog. Would you be so good as to burp into this jar, please? Try and relax. That's it. Oh, we haven't got all day.
To make babies burp, you rub their backs.
OK, I'll rub the frog's back.
I can hear something.
Hooray!
Back to the kitchen. Now, let's mix all the ingredients. Blackberry, sugar, lemon, dewdrop, slug slime, and finally, the frog burp. And now, the magic words. Sugar and spice, glug, 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 burp of a frog, slime of a slug.
Ugh, that's going to taste horrible.
No, Ben. Remember, it's a potion to rub on the feet, not to drink. Nobody would drink this.
Oh, my! That is bad! Ugh! That did taste disgusting!
Daddy, you shouldn't have drunk it.
You should have rubbed it on your feet.
What?
I wonder what will happen now. Let's see what the book says. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, dear.
What is it?
Silly me. It's not a recipe for cold medicine after all. It's a cure for baldness. But I must say, Your Majesty, long hair really does suit you.
Nanny Plum? I think my cold has gone.
Hooray!
Achoo! Oh, I seem to have caught the king's cold.
Oh, poor Nanny Plum. Now I'm going to take personal charge of getting you better.
Can we help too?
Of course you can. The more the merrier.
Please, that's not necessary, Your Majesty.
Oh, but it is.
Achoo!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
The Elf Band.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
What's that, darling?
We've been invited to visit King and Queen Marigold this evening.
Oh, dear.
King and Queen Marigold are boring and snooty.
They always make me feel like a country bumpkin
So why are we visiting them?
because they invited us. And I didn't know how to say no.
I'm good at that sort of thing. Leave it with me.
Hello.
Queen Marigold, King Thistle here. I'm terribly sorry, but Queen Thistle and I can't come tonight.
Oh, no. We were so looking forward to seeing you.
Yes, sorry about that, but tonight we're going to, a music concert.
What kind of music?
Elf music.
Elf music? Oh, I don't believe I've heard of elf music.
Oh, yes. It's rather good, actually.
Oh, King Marigold and I love good music. I know. We'll come to you.
Oh.
See you tonight. Toodle-pip. Oh.
Everything all right, darling?
There's good news and bad news.
What's the good news?
We're not visiting King and Queen Marigold.
Hooray!
So, what's the bad news?
They're coming to see us instead.
Oh, no!
And they're expecting a concert of elf music.
What?
And I've, told them that elf music sounds good.
Oh, but the elf band sound terrible.
They're the only elf music we've got.
They're an embarrassment.
They don't sound that bad.
The last time they played, you said it was disgusting.
Well, maybe they've got better. Nanny! Summon the elf band.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The elf band at your service, Your Majesty.
Wise old elf. We have some very important guests coming to visit.
King and Queen Marigold.
They are very boring and snooty.
And they want to hear some elf music. Have you been practicing?
No, Your Majesty. You told us to never, ever play music again.
I see. Well, you can play for us now.
Oh, it would be an honor, Your Majesty. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oompa, oompa,
Interesting.
That was awful.
I thought it was good.
You might like it, Holly, but I'm sure King and Queen Marigold will not.
If I might make a suggestion, Your Majesty.
What is it, Nanny Plum?
Princess Holly could play her recorder for the guests.
Yes, Nanny has been teaching me.
And Holly has been practising.
What a charming little tune. King and Queen Marigold would like that.
There is one problem. You've promised elf music, and Holly is not an elf.
I could magic some elf ears for Holly.
Ooh.
No, thank you, Nanny.
I know. Nanny can teach the elf band how to play Holly's tune.
Hooray!
That's that sorted.
See you later.
Everybody on? Yes! Right-ho, off we go.
Your instruments don't just sound funny, they look funny too.
They've got funny names as well. This is called a thrump warbler. That's the sparl throttle. And this is the blotto horn.
Delightful.
They all sound silly.
Ah, that's because you don't have sensitive elf hearing.
Oompa, 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 oompa,
Right, enough of that. Princess Holly, could you remind us what your tune sounded like, please? I don't suppose you lot can read music.
Well, I haven't seen this particular piece before.
You played that perfectly.
Perfect for you, maybe, but it's not elf music.
Elf music has oompa, oompa, like this. Oompa, oompa, oompa,
Just remember, you are playing for King and Queen Marigold, and they are very snooty.
We like Oompa music, but King and Queen Marigold don't.
Quite. So play Holly's tune, please. Lovely.
Holly, do the elf band sound any better?
Yes, Daddy. They've been practicing all day.
OK, let's hear them play. Oh.
That's much better.
Yes, it's charming, but I still don't think King and Queen Marigold will like it.
Why, Mummy?
King and Queen Marigold don't like country things, and the instruments sound so, rough.
I can fix that.
How?
I'll just use magic to make the instrument sound more normal. Play me a tune, Mr. Elf.
Fantastic! That sounds exactly the sort of music King and Queen Marigold would like.
Problem solved.
King and Queen Marigold.
Hi,
delightful to see your little kingdom again, Queen Thistle.
It's always such a pleasure to experience your simple country life here.
We can't wait to hear some genuine elf music.
Oh, yes. You must hear it.
Oh, King Thistle, you didn't tell me you were a conductor.
I take a special interest in the sound of this band.
I must say, this is not at all what I expected elf music to sound like.
They have been practicing very hard.
These elves play well, but the tune is a little old-fashioned.
And their instruments sound very ordinary.
I assumed elf music would be more folksy.
What's that?
Oh, I say.
What's that?
Oh, a fantastic performance!
Very exciting.
A triumph, King Thistle.
Have you ever considered teaching music?
Ah, well,
Let's dance! Oh.
Come on, Mummy. King and Queen Marigold are not boring at all.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the Great Elf Tree.
Lucy's picnic.
Now, children, is everyone ready for the tour of the elf factory?
Yes!
This way, please. All aboard. Next stop, level 99. Hold tight.
Ah, my tummy!
Here we are, the elf factory.
Goodness me! Look at all this rubbish. Don't you ever tidy up?
This isn't rubbish, Nanny Plum. These are the raw materials we use to make toys. The plastic bottles are made into gloop. The old tin cans are made into clockwork cogs. And the old paper and card goes into the pulping machine and gets squished into flat sheets, which are folded into new boxes for our toys.
Wow, that's very clever.
Elves are very clever. And we're elves. This way. Whee! The elf factory produces one new toy every second.
What happens when you go to bed? Does the elf factory stop?
Certainly not. We work day and night to make sure the children of the world get their toys. The elf factory never stops.
Oh, the elf factory stopped.
What?
Slight problem, I'm afraid, wise old elf. We've run out of plastic, metal and old paper.
Let's just magic up some more.
No, not magic. We're elves and we...
Don't do magic.
So what are you going to do?
We'll simply go to the Great Elf Tower.
Ooh!
To the Great Elf Tower.
What is the Great Elf Tower?
Oh, it's a wondrous place.
I've never heard of it.
The Great Elf Tower gives us all the things we need to make toys.
How does it do that?
When big people have picnics in the Little Kingdom, they put plastic bottles, tin cans and old papers into the Great Elf Tower. We're here. Behold, the Great Elf Tower.
Where? All I can see is a litter bin.
What? Big people and fairies might call it a litter bin, but to us it is the Great Elf Tower.
Why are you wearing those funny clothes?
They're not funny.
These are safety clothes. The Great Elf Tower can be very dangerous.
And very smelly. Here goes.
Keep going. You're almost there.
Have you found lots of things for making toys?
Not yet. It's a bit dark. I'll go down and take a closer look. Oh, dear. I think the Great Elf Tower is empty.
Oh. Mummy, Daddy, can I have some more jelly, please? This is a really
Dad,
nice picnic.
I can hear big people.
We must stay out of their way. Big people have very big feet.
Come on, Rex.
That was a lovely picnic.
Let's tidy up.
OK, Dad. I'll take the litter to the bin.
Thank you, Lucy.
Come on, Rex.
That's the sound of big people. Quick, get out of the bin.
Huh? What was that?
I said, get out of the bin.
It's not a bin. It's the Great Elf Tower.
Just get out of there, you silly old elf.
Excuse me.
Ooh, a little fairy.
Hello.
Ooh, and a smelly little fairy.
I am not a smelly little fairy. I'm a smelly little elf.
It's that little girl we met at the farm.
Yes, it's Lucy. Hello, Ben. Hello, Holly. We're having a picnic.
Look, Gaston, it's Rex.
He likes you because you're smelly.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Ooh, you've brought all your friends from Fairyland.
This isn't Fairyland. It's the Little Kingdom. Load the elf trucks.
Right-ho!
Lift ho, lift ho, lift, 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 lift. Catch ho, catch ho, catch, 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 catch.
But why do you want all this stuff?
We use it to make toys.
Wow, I love toys. But what do you do with all the smelly stuff?
It makes lovely compost for the elf farm.
Back to the elf tree!
Let's get these down to the elf factory without delay.
Wow, look at that tree. There are little windows in it. I wonder if there are any fairies inside.
It's all right, Mum. It's just our friend Lucy.
Oh, nice to meet you, Lucy.
Hello.
Here's a little present to remind you of your visit.
It's our latest toy, fresh from the factory.
Wow, Thanks. Is this made from my rubbish?
Yes, that's why we're very grateful to you for putting rubbish in the Great Elf Tower.
What's the Great Elf Tower?
He means the litter bin.
You're welcome. Thanks for showing me your tree. I always thought fairies lived in castles.
For the last time, we are not fairies.
We're elves!
I live in a castle, Lucy. Come and see. Wow, a real fairy castle. It's okay, Daddy. It's only Lucy, the little girl.
Hello, Lucy. How do you do?
Oh, another little elf.
I'm not an elf. I'm a fairy king.
Nice to meet you, Your Majesty.
Lucy, home time.
Oh, I have to go now.
Thanks for leaving all the stuff in the bin.
Don't you mean the Great Elf Tower? He really does like you. Bye, Lucy. Come back soon.
Oh dear, the car won't start.
Look, it says empty on the petrol gauge.
No petrol? Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I wish we could help them. Nanny Plum, maybe you could sort this out with a bit of, fairy thingy.
Fairy thingy? What's that?
You know, the stuff you do with your wand.
Oh, do you mean magic, wise old elf?
Yes. Magic.
Very well, magic it is. Thunder and lightning, north wind blow. Go, car. Go, go, go! There. Just enough fairy dust to get them home.
Oh, we've got no petrol, but the car's working.
Maybe this car is so modern it doesn't need petrol.
Well, ask at the garage.
Bye, Lucy. Come back soon. Thanks for mending the car.
Lucy, who were you talking to?
I met some elves and fairies.
That's nice.
The car is shiny today. I've never seen it so sparkly.
It's fairy dust.
What a sweet idea.